The next system used in accounting to manage our inventory is called the periodic inventory system. In the periodic inventory system, purchases are regarded as an expense. All the purchases during the financial year are recorded in the purchases account, of which the total will equal the cost price of all inventory purchased for that year. The cost price is equal to opening inventory plus all the inventory purchases for the year, less our inventory in stock. So what are the accounting entries using the periodic inventory system? Firstly, the opening balance of the inventory account is held all year. Now the opening balance is derived by doing a physical stock take and then recording this amount in the inventory account. When inventory is purchased during the course of the year, the purchases account is debited, seeing as it is an expense, and then either the bank or the creditors account is credited depending on how the transaction took place. When goods are sold, our sales account is credited and either the bank or the debtors account is debited. At the end of the financial year, a physical inventory count or stock take is done and the cost price of the goods recorded. Then the inventory account is debited with that amount and our trading account is credited. Then the opening inventory amount is debited to the trading account and our inventory account is credited. Let's have a look at some examples to illustrate how the periodic inventory system works. Firstly, let's have a look at purchases for cash. Goods purchased to the value of 5,000 Rand for cash. This transaction is recorded in the cash payments journal. Remember, under this inventory system, purchases are regarded as an expense. So firstly, we'll enter the folio number of the check. We'll enter the date of the transaction. The details of the transaction in this regard would be purchases. We can ignore analysis of receipts in this example, seeing as we are dealing with a payment. Because the payment was made in cash, this affects our bank account to the value of 5,000 Rand. And then again, because purchases are regarded as an expense, we will enter 5,000 Rand in the current expenditure column. At the end of the month, the different columns are totaled, which will then be posted to the relevant ledger account. Next, let's have a look at goods purchased on credit. So, goods are purchased on credit to the value of 20,000 Rand from C creditors. This transaction takes place in the purchases journal at cost. So we would enter the invoice number, we would enter the date of the transaction. Under details, we would enter the name of the creditor, in this case, C creditors. Then we would enter the folio number, and then the value of the goods purchased at cost will then be recorded in the purchases column and also in the creditors column.